where the CEO's computer isn't connected to accounting or marketing. That's what happens in many industrial operations where the manufacturing machines aren't in fact talking to each other or to a central operator. Burlington, Ontario-based Memex Automation says it has a solution that can boost productivity by up to 20%. CEO and President David McPhail joins us with more on the story. Great to have you here. The big problem with Canada apparently is our productivity. What does your stuff do? How does it work?
Our system unites the islands of technology that exist on the factory floor today, helps our customers become more efficient by boosting productivity in the order of 10 to 20%.
But how does it do that?
We take the information from the machine tool and we actually communicate it by Ethernet IP up to any computer that's available on the internet so that we can drill down to exactly what's going on the shop floor, and we leverage the two most important assets that any company has: the expensive technology that's on the shop floor and the people that run it.
Well, it sounds so simple. It sounds like, why isn't this being done by the companies themselves anyway? You think if you've got 15 machining tools out there doing precisely the same thing, that somebody in the control room naturally would be set up to understand what each and every one of them's doing at any given point during the day, but that's not the case.
That's not the case, and the reason for that is that there's approximately 200 different manufacturers of machine tools in the world, high-end machine tools, of the type we're talking about. And those machine tools right now have their information that exists on those machine tools are essentially locked inside. And what we do is we unlock that. So we unite all of these pieces of information together by one common platform. Take that information, apply it to a database, and open that information up to anybody.
Now,
with appropriate security.
Are you the only ones doing this?
Yes, we have patent pending technology on this. So.
And why couldn't somebody else do it, or why couldn't a company do it themselves? Is it just so tricky and difficult to do this, opening up these software?
Most companies that try to take this on internally usually fail for a number of reasons. From an IT perspective, this is a very difficult exercise. We spent 18 years in R&D to get to this point.
So what is it simply because if you have a machine made by company A and on the shop floor there's also machines by company D, L, and J, is that essentially the problem? They don't talk to each other, much less talk to the central command post.
Well, that's exactly it. What we're measuring is we're measuring productivity on the shop floor. And machine tools are not meant to measure productivity on the shop floor. They're meant to produce parts. But nobody actually takes a supervisory approach to actually measure against a known product standard for a particular part that's being produced exactly how efficient that part was produced. And what we do is we tile that information together and we calculate an efficiency metric. So we can actually show in real time how efficient the manufacturer's operation actually is.
And is it just efficiency, or is it breakdowns and all, which are part of the efficiency equation, but does it tell you that a lathe isn't working and then you can go in and fix it? Is that part of it as well?
We have a whole Ethernet backbone, and we have a whole logic engine in behind here that actually measures all of this information and can fire out emails in real time when certain predefined or ad hoc type user defined metrics are being breached. For example, if the machine was put into maintenance mode, an email could be sent directly from the machine tool automatically without user intervention up to maintenance, so maintenance can come down and fix the machine tool.
Okay, so who is taking up your technology? Who are the customers?
Boeing, Ford, Goodrich, Peru DevTech. We're in consultation with who's who of their respective industry.
And what kind of cost is this? These machines are very high precision, probably costly machines. Is there an advantage to using your service in terms of the cost you offer, or the cost that you charge?
Without getting into the technical details of how the equipment's installed, it's an average of about $4,000 a machine. Some of the machine tools that we put our solution on are $3 or $4 million. If you were to use a simplistic approach in terms of simple calculation, that could be up to 150 to 1 return on investment. Our payback is usually measured in months.
David, great to have you in. I'm afraid we have to cut it short because it's the bottom of the hour. We've got to hand things over to dangerous Pat Ballard. It was great to have you in, though.
Thanks very much.
We were joined by David McPhail. He is the president and CEO of Memex Automation.